Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our admins. This is the translation of the message that was sent to her. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nash, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a 25-year-old South African woman. I am currently looking for a job. I am based here in Pretoria. So as a family, we are looking for any kind of help that we can get from your listeners, but we really need spiritual help. So wherever we go to, we are told that since the charms that my brother was using before he had passed away, he got those charms in Zim, but we need to go to Zim so that we can return those charms. We have tried a lot of traditional healers, and there was this other man whom we had to go to his village deep in KZN. So this man, he even wanted to buy my brother's spirit so that he can also have powers as a traditional healer. So what happened was, when we were at his house, when he was giving us the assistance, he kept on telling us that one of us was supposed to return back, and then we had to go to the grave and to take the soil and to quickly return with it to his village. So this man, he has a lot of wives. So there was this other wife of his who is the last wife, and she's very young. So I was speaking with her. That was when I was told that this traditional healer, her husband, wanted us to give him the spirit of our brother. So when my mother confronted him, that was when he said that he was not willing to assist us anymore. So we returned from KZN without having anything. So we are still suffering. But that man, he said that these charms, they are too powerful. The traditional healer who created these charms, there is no one here in South Africa who can undo these charms, unless if we find one who comes maybe from Mozambique, maybe we can get some assistance. What my brother did is that my brother, after he stopped working at this other mine because he had an accident at that mine. So he was paid a lot of money. The money that he was paid, it was close to R1 million. Then he started fighting with his wife because the wife, she loved money a lot. So my brother, when he was fighting with the wife, that was when he spoke with one of the guy who was a tenant at his house. So this guy, he was from Zim. They spoke, and then he agreed to pay this guy some money. When he came to when he went to speak with mom, then my mom called me. Then we went there. Then we had the family meeting. So my brother told us that he had already applied for a passport. We asked him, why have you applied for a passport? Where do you want to go to? Even our uncle was there because he was acting as the financial advisor. So they were having like a small fight. My brother wanted our uncle to release some of the money that he had been told by the healer whom he had already spoken with in Zim. So this traditional healer had told him that he wanted at least 250k so that he can help my brother to bewitch his wife, because the wife was saying that we need to share this money. You get your half of the money and I get half of the money, then we separate, since they were fighting a lot. So our uncle was refusing. He was the one who was acting as their financial advisor. So our uncle, when he saw that he could not make our brother to understand, that was when he came and he told my mom, and my brother was there and everyone was there when we were having that family meeting. So my brother said that as soon as the passport will be out, he wanted his money, otherwise there was going to be trouble. So my uncle then told my mom that he did not want to work with my brother anymore. So my mother ended up giving my brother the permission. So my mom ended up giving my brother the permission to leave South Africa and to go to Zim with his tenant. So they went, the exact amount that he paid, we do not even know. Because when my brother came back, he was broke, Brother Nash. This was a man who had been given a lot of money, but when he came back, like, he was dead broke. One thing about my brother was that he was unable to eat solid foods anymore. That was why our uncle was fighting with him. Our uncle was saying, you need to invest, because you know that most of the money that was given to you, it is going to be used when you will be in and out of hospital, because he was unable to eat any solid foods. The chemicals that he smelled had destroyed his digestive system, so he was only taking like foods that were in liquid form. But my brother said that his solution, it was in Zim. He went to Zim, but most of the sangomas that we go to have consultations with, they tell us that when he went to Zim, to that traditional healer, when he saw that my brother, he had so much money, that was when he did some charms on my brother. My brother was then taken into the forest where a grave was dug, and when that grave was dug, that was when my brother was made to lie down on a reed mat. Then they lowered him into that grave as if he was a dead man. So most of the sangomas that we consult with, they tell us that my brother's spirit was left in Zim, and it is still being controlled by that same traditional healer. When he came back, we thought that he was our brother, but he was more like a Tokoloshi. He came back, and within a very short period of time, his wife just passed away. But before she died, she called my mom, and when my mom went to visit her at her mom's house, she then told my mom that it was our brother who had killed her, because she said that when she then called my mom and she said that your son is the one who has bewitched me, and I know that he is the one who is sending all of these tokologies, because she was being beaten up by people that we could not even see. But she told my mom that she could see those tokologies, and whenever those tokologies will come to her, then they will tell her that we have been sent by our father, the traditional healer, who is working with your husband, because you have been trying to steal his money, so you must die. He does not want you to live anymore, so we have been sent to beat you up until you die. We are going to beat you up until you are dead. When my brother's wife passed away, she had a broken neck. This was a woman who was unable to walk on her own, but she just broke her neck whilst she was sleeping on a bed in the hospital. She passed away, and there was a lot of scary white stuff that was coming out of her mouth, ears, as well as her nose. After her death, my brother quickly ran back to Zim. At that time, we were suspecting that my brother, indeed, he was the one who had bewitched his late wife. So my brother, when he ran back to Zim, it was because he had sent so much money, like they had emptied his bank account. By the time that my brother passed away, it was really painful, because we only found out that he had only 96,000 rands that was in his bank account. They finished him off. They totally finished him off. And what pains me right now is that we are taking care of my brother's kids, because my brother and his wife, they both left their 3 kids. My mom is suffering. As for me, I cannot get a job. The reason as to why I can't get a job, when he was at that traditional healer's place, he was told that he needed to call out the name of one of his relative as a guarantee to that traditional healer, since he had promised that traditional healer a lot of money. So I am always told by different sangomas that even if I was to go to that traditional healer's shrine, there is this other voodoo doll that has my name dedicated to it. That is why I am suffering like this. For the first time in my life, I had a dream, and in my dream, I saw this man. But this man, I am not hating on anyone. This man, he spoke with me in Shona, and to my surprise, I was able to understand him. He said that I am his wife, and in my dreams, I was very happy. I made love to that man in my dreams. When I woke up, Brother Nanshi, I then started crying because I saw a man that was leaving my bedroom. At my mom's house, it is only I, my sister, my other brothers, they are staying with their husbands. So I knew that this was a spiritual husband that had came to sleep with me. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin. She's the one who helped us with this translation. Strange things do happen in this world.